This is incredible to see the Fox River here. Kim, you've seen the devastation around the region, like here in Brown Deer, where the floodwaters washed away this road. This is Rockfield Road in Germantown. Look at this, now just a cliff and gigantic crater. That the problem here, if you can see, is that sinkhole there, and they say that's really a sinkhole attached to the retaining wall of this dam, but the dam structure itself they still believe is secure. The water is now flooding the banks. It's actually growing here, and it goes all the way to Jefferson County. We pan over just a little bit farther, you can see a bench completely underwater. State data reports back in 2008, about 24,000 Wisconsinites were helped by FEMA. The average payout back then in 2008 was roughly $4,000. The city says to keep the bridge from shifting with all of that water, if we pan back to the river here, you can see all of this water is just going right to the bridge right now. And if you use the web form, which we placed a link on our app and on our website, then you can skip the line to report damage like this. This is 47th near Hampton. The only one, according to federal law, the Stafford Act, that can request the president declare a disaster. It's not the Common Council of Milwaukee, it's the governor. And you can see the water line right here for that damaged paper. They're estimating it could take 10 semi-trucks to get all this damaged paper to the recycler.
And Jason Calvi broke the news that it's happening this week. He joins us now live. And Jason, do we know yet where those teams are headed?
Yeah, we know that they're going to be heading to 3 of the hardest hit counties in southeastern Wisconsin. That's Washington, Waukesha, and right here at Milwaukee County. You can see the crews here in West Dallas cleaning up. Treasures now trashed.
It was a love seat. Now it's a no seat.
Shanita McKinley's Milwaukee basement flooded in historic storms.
This time, this hit me so hard to the point where I don't know how to come back from this. I don't know how to come back from this. I don't know how to ask nobody for help either. It's just stressful.
She called 211, hanging up a few times after waiting and waiting.
We don't have no help. I've been calling FEMA. I've been calling 211.
By Thursday afternoon, more than 13,000 people reported damage in this 9-county region. That's according to data from the nonprofit called Impact. It runs the 24/7 helpline in southeastern Wisconsin.
My grandchild tried calling 211. And she said it was such a long process.
Government leaders all week urged people to report damage.
211.
Put the 211 in.
You call 211 and report that damage.
Here's why.
It helps municipalities, counties, and even us at the state level understand the impact of what happened.
People on this block say they waited on hold with 211 for roughly 45 minutes. One more problem as they suffer a destructive flood.
I will come back from it. I'm a strong mother. I'm a strong believer, and I'm not a quitter. So just know the story is going to get better.
Right now, Impact says the current wait time is about 25 minutes. They've actually got backup now from 211 centers across the state of Wisconsin and even from out of state. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
Water was up about yay high on the rolls.
Historic floods hit this 109-year-old family business.
It's the first time we've had a disaster, so yeah, it was a big one.
Reese Graphics and Butlers cleaning up water-sogged paper.
This is what we all had to throw away.
Some of the 120,000 books they were ready to ship before the storm. Dan Reese estimates $300,000 to $400,000 in damage. They're estimating it could take 10 semi-trucks to get all of this damaged paper to the recycler. And then there's equipment, like this flooded forklift.
So it flooded everything in it. They're so busy with damaged goods that I can't get anybody out to look at it.
Reese's insurance isn't covering the damage since it was caused by a flood. He's hoping FEMA might help.
It's a national disaster for me, for sure. This was a huge loss. I hope they consider us for some funds because it sure would keep the operation going. You know, we have 50 people here that, depend on working every day.
There's several steps before then.
We'll get that information up to the state, and then they'll get that up to FEMA.
Next, FEMA will visit Wisconsin to estimate damage. Then and only then can the governor ask the president to declare a major disaster. For comparison purposes, back in 2008, President George W. Bush declared a major disaster because of Wisconsin flooding. Back then, about 24,000 Wisconsinites received federal help, averaging about $4,000 each.
I run a business where I keep money aside for a rainy day, and we had a really, really rainy day.
Reese says the business will survive, as it has for 4 generations. In Butler, Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News. Wisconsin's flood cleanup gets national help.
Oh, I wonder what those rails are.
Mary Beth Becker's flood-damaged home,
A lot of this stuff I've never seen.
is gutted.
Don't let my husband see the dishes.
National group Samaritan's Purse has been helping her since Sunday.
And they get the call and they come. It's just, just feel like, just unbelievable.
On Wednesday, a team of 80 volunteers were helping Mary Beth and at 5 other sites. Volunteers come from places as far away as Texas and North Carolina, others from Wisconsin and the Midwest.
It's the hardest job you'll ever love. That's the way it is. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat involved, but meeting the homeowners and doing the work for Jesus, that's the main thing.
It's damage like this that FEMA will inspect Thursday.
So I just want to say thank you for your patience as we continue to do this work through the required process to get federal assistance.
Milwaukee County says local teams visited more than 3,400 homes and 53% were destroyed or had major damage. Now FEMA will visit some of those. The county expects FEMA will have a team of 40 to 60 workers.
Their role is to verify the damage that is reported in our assessments and determine whether federal assistance will be warranted.
As nonprofits also do their part.
Oh, Jim, it's all dirty. And
Samaritan's Purse has completed 20 work orders and will stay until they finish all of them. About 200 requests.
fresh start.
The federal inspection of damage like this is a necessary part of the process. After this wraps up, then the governor can officially ask the president to declare a major disaster. With that, it can unlock federal money for flood victims. In Wauwatosa, Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News. The Federal Emergency Management Agency inspects damage 12 days since Wisconsin's historic flood.
I'm glad they're here, so it's on, I guess, the federal government's radar that this was indeed a horrible natural disaster.
FEMA crews inspected the outside of Robert Benton's West Bend home.
All along the backside wall has completely caved in and collapsed.
Then he showed us the damage.
It's a complete and total loss right now.
A home this National Guardsman bought exactly 3 years before the flood.
Based on the different professionals I've talked to, foreclosure is going to be our only option right now because it's just not worth putting hundreds of thousands in to make it livable again.
In West Bend, federal workers went out with local leaders like West Bend's police chief, as well as Washington County's executive.
It's a relief to have them here.
The visits are short. The FEMA workers we spotted did not enter homes. Homeowners like Jessica Sabo said FEMA asked questions like how much water, how it came in, did you lose utilities, was your basement finished?
I just really hope they consider the folks on the street and what we're going through, as well as anywhere in the immediate area, and fully understand what it is we're facing.
FEMA isn't visiting every home, just a sample to figure out if this rises to the level of a major national disaster.
The president would ultimately make the decision.
At this point, we're living almost hour by hour, trying to figure life out.
So this is called a preliminary damage assessment. After this wraps up, it's that point that Governor Tony Evers can request that President Trump declare this a disaster. And if he does, then federal funding could come to flood victims.